Hey, it's the Rican, and as you can see from the title of the video, I'm talking about the People's Convoy and how it's gotten big, it's gotten really big. So depending on depending on the source, this one here is on the low end. This one's from Yahoo News via Springfield News Leader. It says here it's a 15-mile convoy made up of hundreds of truck drivers. It said it passed here through Springfield on Interstate 44. And here's another article from a local affiliate, um, a CBS affiliate, that says, let's see, what was it? It said 27 miles, if I'm not mistaken. Here it goes. Um, but this is a source, according to the People's Convoy, that it's 27 miles long, consisting of 7,000 vehicles. Either way you look at it, either whether it's 15 miles or 27 miles, that's huge. And they're all heading toward DC. Now, tonight, is it tonight? Tonight's the State of the Union, I believe. Or is it no, tomorrow night? Whichever I think is tonight. But anyways, we'll go. This is not about that anyway. But this, you can see, this is a response to what's been going on, what happened in Canada, all our mandates. The poll numbers are showing, people have COVID fatigue, and this is a sign of basically this needs to change. These mandates, between the vaccine mandates and the mask mandates, they need to go. Okay. uh, you know, I was talking about a friend of mine's job where um, the mandate has been pushed back. They're going to fire 400 employees, and now it got pushed back to October or something like that. So I mean, they're scared. They don't really want to fire these people. I mean, 400 people is a lot of people to fire. Um, but anyway, another tangent there. Let's just talk about this. So, I mean, like I said, depending on the source, I mean, this is a big number. I mean, if you go to their site, the People's Convoy, they have pictures up, and you can see some, um, which is some of the stuff here. Look at this. I mean, this is huge. I mean, see all these trucks here. Um, Here you can see a long line of trucks. Um, I said, I mean, you can see this support that they get while they're driving through. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's a great thing to see. Here's a fire truck helping out do it. I mean, look at this. I mean, I mean, this here alone, this picture looks like it's at least a mile. So, I mean, you can imagine, like I said, look at this, all the way, going all the way around over here. Um, I mean, it's a massive number of trucks. And it's good to see. It's good to see peaceful protest, peaceful assembly. And yes, Chris Cuomo, it does say you have the right to peacefully assemble. Um, but yeah, I'm just going through these, um, going through their images here, because it's a good thing to see. I mean, you have all people of all walks of life. If they try to make it seem, it's whether it's racist or not, that's just propaganda. That's just people wanting to cause division. And it's a great thing to see that as Americans we're doing this. I mean, people are just fed up. And I mean, the Democrats are changing their tune because the poll numbers are showing that they need to do it. But let's see what happens at the State of the Union. I have a feeling he's gonna declare an end to the pandemic. That's my prediction. I think he's gonna declare an end to the pandemic um, at the State of the Union, because I think he basically told the Democrats he doesn't want them wearing masks at the State of the Union. So this would be interesting uh, to see what he does say. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to point this out because this is growing, and everybody's talking about Ukraine. Everybody's talking about what's going on with the Russia-Ukraine situation. And look, listen, I'm going to a little more in depth about this tomorrow because I wanted to do some. It's a lot of stuff to read, but I'm just going to do how I usually like to do it. Is I like to go. I use the left sources, which I'm going to be using Wikipedia. You're going to see some of the stuff I'm going to be talking about, um, and but yeah, that's a preview of what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I'm actually doing Launch Liberty's podcast tomorrow. Um, so it's gonna be something. If you follow my channel, you're gonna want to watch. You're gonna want to follow Troy Smith there and Launch Liberty because we're gonna do some. We're gonna try doing out a weekly thing and see how it goes. Um, and I like to more talk about like politics and culture issues. This is a culture issue, and I like to try to this is for everybody. But I reason why I named my channel the way I did is because you know the left assumes that I should be a Democrat. You can see from my name, I am not. Um, but they assume because if you're not a Democrat, that automatically means that you're a Republican. And I'm just a libertarian that knows that I'm a libertarian that is realistic about the two-party system and know that if we have any chance as libertarians, we need to take over the Republican Party. But that's just my opinion. But anyways, so I mean, like I said, this it's not getting enough. It's not getting news because, like I said, the Ukraine's in the news. It's a distraction of everything that's going on right now. So we need to be aware that all this stuff that's going on there, it's not only regular war. It's not a hot war. It's not only just a hot war. It's an informational war going on. So there's going to be propaganda pieces on both sides. So just question everything. Don't there's stories that people were spreading that that turned out to be false. I remember they're saying Miss Ukraine was fighting, but meanwhile she had like an air gun or something like that. So we got to be careful about what we're reading and just be skeptical and just read with an open mind and not closed mind, and check the sources and see what their biases are, because it's very important that we're careful about what we consume when it comes to this war stuff. I mean, I remember what was going on during when we invaded Iraq and Afghanistan, and all the lead up and all the stories and stuff. So we got to be careful with that. But so I mean, why am I reporting on this People's Congress? Because People's Convoy, I would really love to go. And I started to give send go, but doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to go. And barring any last minute stuff. But I would have loved to cover it. I would have loved to have wanted to maybe interview some people, take some good pictures and videos to share with everyone, because I think it's going to be important. I think it's going to be important to cover because it's something that just like in Canada, they're going to try to spin it negative. They're going to try to paint it as insurrection, or they're going to try to like they did in Canada. I don't think they'll be able to get away with that here. We already have what they're trying to paint as an insurrection, but they're going to say that they're violent. They're going to say that they're racist. You're going to see all those common tropes, all the disinformation that's going to go on when it comes to this. And people got to be aware of that. Like I said, you got to, when the news is telling you stuff, you always have to read it with a skeptical mind, because you don't know whose agenda you're reading or watching or listening to. I have a bias, but I'm open about my bias. That's like I said, that's the difference between what goes on, with the mainstream news and what comes goes on with people like me on YouTube and Rumble, and then we produce content online. For 99% of the time, we're honest about our bias. We don't hide it. We don't try to pretend that we're not. But the media, on the other hand, they do. They have an agenda. They have a bias, and they pretend that they're not neither. And we both know that's not true. So I'm gonna just keep this short today. Like I said, I'm just doing a lot of reading. Um, I still got to do more reading tonight for my video for tomorrow. And since I'm going to go do a podcast, I just want to be prepared for everything tomorrow. So I just wanted to give you an update on the People's Convoy, since it's not getting a lot of news coverage, and it really should be. But let me know what you guys think. In the right Rican, follow me here on YouTube and Rumble, and you can interact with me on social media. I'm still on the waiting list for True Social. Let's see how that goes. And with that being said, have a good one.